Some things I'm going to definitely go over. I'll give suggestions when it comes to creativity, but when it comes to actual technical stuff, is why I mainly give feedback on. But yeah, needless to say, let's get into this one. So this is Sublimation by Zero. I do enjoy this intro. Make sure you guys can hear it. Sounds nice. I would definitely love to hear what everybody else stream thinks. This would pop up this so what's going on. Okay, so my only thing with that is, it sounds really cool, but it's almost a little too loud when that kicks in with the lead synth because that it sounds nice, but it's almost it has like a grainy sound to it. So maybe if it was dropped down a little bit, or maybe if the sound wasn't so distorted. Um, but it does sound really nice. That's like my only comment on this track. I think it's a really well designed track. Has a lot of fluid elements, a lot of good emotion. There's a lot of really good bits to it that I like. I think the one thing I will definitely say is I kind of wish I heard that piano a little sooner. That would have been really cool. But overall, it's a really good song. I like it. Um, Definitely a really good track. Let's see what's next. This is a Bar Snack 3. Interesting. This is actually a mix that someone sent me. Um, let's take a look. Uh, should I play the Submit Hub gamble? People send me music all the time. No, but that's definitely a cool track by Zealotris. Let's go ahead into the Discord. Actually, we'll go and find some music in there. I know a bunch of people have been looking for feedback within Discord, so we will go ahead and do that. Let's see, feedback channel, feedback channel. There it is. So first track. This is levels. Actually, this is kind of cool because you guys get to hear Teo's next track. That'll be coming out possibly in August. I think my only thing, in re-listening to this now on different headphones, is that intro. Um, I think the vocals are a little off-putting with the rest of the music. I think the vocals came in a little later, and like maybe went from, or was maybe a little more subtle, or just was more present. I just feel like it sounds a little off in the mix. That's personal choice. Anyways. Sorry guys, I keep interrupting me. See, I might not even have the vocals in the beginning. The only reason I say that is because it doesn't show up in the rest of the song. Let's try. Like, if you would, or have them more present in the mix in the beginning, I think that would definitely be better. But I feel like the vocals just don't mix well in the song. And I know Teo has written so many good song vocals, Shalimar being one of my absolute favorites. If you guys have not heard Shalimar yet, please do take a listen. You can find it on SoundCloud, Spotify, and everywhere else, including Pandora. But yeah, I think that it's a really good song. I just feel like the vocals in the beginning could be played around. I also feel there could be a little more added between here as it gets really repetitive. But like that's all on personal preference. I think it's really, really good. Overall sound design. I like the piano. I like the guitars, especially the guitars. Overall, it's a really solid track. I just think the vocals could use some work. Let's go to the next track. So we go up here. Ooh, Near Far. I actually didn't give feedback to this yet, because I actually was saving this for exactly for this. I'm liking that, but I wish those vocal chops there would be a little louder. I don't know what it is with vocals. Vocals aren't not the easiest to work with. I will be honest. But I wish the vocal drops were a little louder. That'd be pretty dope. I do like the vibe that's going for though. I do enjoy that a lot. Um, so I think that's pretty good. This is what I was saying. It had such a circus vibe. Careful right there. That not sure if that was changing keys or not. That sounded a little disharmonious, just a little. Yeah, that like it sounds really off with the vibe of the rest of the song, like rest of that part there. Maybe try slowing it down or playing around with the notes a little bit, or maybe just have it change up a little bit in the mix. I think it could be a cool idea to have, but I just feel like it could use a little bit of work. Really interesting though. I could actually really picture this being in a video game like Muse Dash, which is pretty dope. Like overall, it's a really good song. I get a huge circus vibe out of it. But it's definitely like it's more of like a playful song. It's really cool. I do enjoy it, but definitely could use a little. I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna open ones that are not available just yet. So we're gonna go through here. We're gonna go through. Yeah. Yeah, let's go over this one. I've also been waiting to give feedback on this track, so this is gonna be cool. I will have a live recording after. So my first thing is this intro's long. I feel like it could be brought up more. You can go fast. I feel like more variation could be used. Like, I feel like it get really repetitive, and that's one of the biggest things I find with a lot of trance music sometimes. It can get really repetitive. So I would definitely try and change things up. And I would also play around with having, like, breaks in between stuff. Having long breaks isn't always bad, but it also sometimes can really take away from the track. So just be cautious of that. What genres do you produce? Where is the link for Discord? Hey, you want the link for Discord? Here you go. I should probably post the link to Discord. I just realized about that. My bad. It should be in the description. But here you go, man. Is it Kyrotol? I don't know how to pronounce that. I am so sorry. I butcher so many names. Here you go. That is a link to our Discord. And no worries. I write all different genres. If you want to know, my artist name is Snova. Um, I am this mad lad here. I write all different genres of music, as you kind of see. Trance, drum. There's some drum bass. There's electronic. I've written house. I actually do freelance music composition. So I guess it's tough. Kyle. Oh, okay, Kyle. I will call you Kyle. If you want to send me some music, feel free. I'd be super happy to play and take a listen and stuff. Hey, it's Teo. I should probably let Teo know if he gave feedback to the song. Just kind of let them know. Okay. Yeah, I do apologize. This is not the best setup. I kind of wung it with setting up. There was so many delays in the beginning here. I haven't done streaming of OBS in a really long time. Where we can get maybe if there's some time at the end here, I might, or if I don't get any new music, next couple minutes. Up, welcome, Kyle. Awesome. I will take a listen to that. So this is running away. Oh, this would be. I okay. So I want to give my first thoughts because artwork is always just as important when it comes down to stuff. This is phenomenal. I like it a lot. This is really good artwork. It's very clean. I do like the artwork a lot. Uh, So I like the fact it's not released yet. Is there anything better? I actually am gonna say a couple things. So you can kind of hear it's going in the synth. It sounds like your low end is definitely taking over a little bit, which is not a bad thing, especially which seems like it sounds like a bit of a hip hop track. Um, I almost think the flute. That's a really interesting choice. I get a real Stranger Things or 1980s kind of retro vibe, which I think is really cool. But the flute, it kind of throws me off a little here in the intro. Like it kind of be neat if you had like a wow, and it was like maybe some sort of like saw or sine synth that was playing on top of it to kind of play around with it. That's just a suggestion or an idea. Okay. So one thing I will suggest though is start that piano very soft in the background from to the beginning all the way up and get it to and make it louder and louder and louder and louder as you go. Um until you get into that womp kind of sound of the bass. The reason I'm saying that is because I personally feel that the piano is a little dissonant with the going straight into the drop, which I think could sound really cool. I like your idea, but it just stays the same. And then on top of that, it just goes whomp, and then you just go, "What just happened?" So it almost takes away from the effect you're going for. So I would almost build it up, and then like almost either make it quieter, and then just go whomp, and then go straight into it. Weirdly enough, a couple things I would suggest taking a look at for similar effects is definitely orchestral or soundtracks. They do it all the time, especially for video games. With main menu music, you'll sometimes have a bit of silence, and it just break into this massive score. Actual dubstep tracks is weirdly enough another genre of music out there that definitely you could definitely see some of the stuff kind of like going. I think that could definitely be very beneficial there. Um, Again, that's more that is more of preference. And that is more of just an idea, but I feel like it's almost like it takes away from what you're trying to achieve, and I really believe that this could be an awesome beat. I'm just saying. Because I like. So, and the other thing too is it goes ba da ba ba it's almost off beat. I used to play drums, so timing is like timing, especially with drums, is like a huge thing for me. Your drums have to be on time unless they're playing offbeat on purpose. Which, if you're going to do it on purpose, you gotta have it done correctly. There are some formulas you gotta follow to make it sound smooth. Um, so it almost sounds like your 808 kick roll there goes. Uh, it's almost like the last one was either not quantized right or it was almost off. So instead of going 1E and like a 16th note, which just sounds like what you're trying to go for, it went almost 1E and 1. So it almost sounded like it almost went on to it like it almost went to the 3-second note before 1 onto the next measure. So I would definitely go back and then like bring it back a little bit, just kind of inch it back a little so it could sound smooth, because that could be a dope kick roll. Just saying, I love kick rolls in hip hop music and trap. So nerfing, yeah, I would definitely go back and look at it because if you hear it, because if you hear it goes dun so dun dun, it's going dun dun. Yeah, it could. That's why I was like, at first I was like, hold on, that doesn't sound right, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, that doesn't sound right. It's very fast, so most people probably won't pick up on it. The other thing too, I would bring up those horns, maybe even filter them through. Feel free to have them punch through your mix. Oh, that'd be so dope. Like, boom, bottom. Like, I get such a dystopian vibe, and it's so cool too because it's got like a 1980s vibe, but it brings it modern. It's like if Stranger Things and Troy Boy were to have a child, this would be it. That's the best way I could describe it. And Troy Boy is one of my favorite trap artists of all time. I'm just saying. Because I get some Troy Boy vibes out of this. Careful with your transitions. Careful with your transitions, because and then it just kind of just goes to a synth sound, and it's the same thing as before with your piano. Your transitions need to be smoothed out a little bit so it flows better. Because the big thing about hip hop music and trap and anything of this style and genre, and like I said, I've written a lot of beats. I've done beats. For example, one of my tracks recently on the Lodge was Ash to Ashes, which was trip hop. I actually have written a few trap songs, and I also have written plenty of hip hop tracks. But one thing's for sure is definitely smoothing out those sounds, because once they go a little off, like sounding off, it's going to kind of throw people off. And the one thing about hip hop music, especially, is you want to vibe to it. So that's definitely one thing. It sounds good. It's just a little thing. Yes, I will. I'll be editing this because the intro was so bad. It was like 10 minutes of me just going, "How did it start this thing? Everything's crashing. What is life?" So yes, don't worry. I will be dropping that. I'm gonna be making sure. Is there any new feedback? Um, yes, transitions. And look, transitions are not an easy thing. I used to suck at them. It took me years. I've been writing music for 10 years, and I will say I've probably sucked at transitions for like a whopping half that time, 5 years probably. Hell, I didn't even know how to sidechain properly until like 4 years ago, which sounds really bad, but I also didn't really have a music background when I started writing. I'm very much self-taught when it came to theory. I just took a lot of classes, and well, not a lot of classes, but I did a lot of researching, a lot of learning. Then I finally took piano lessons and stuff, but it comes in time, so a lot of practice. Okay, so I like the fact that piano comes back in, um, and I think that it can definitely, I think it definitely fits now more here than it did earlier. So it's good. So my only other thing is careful not to distort your kicks. I know it's a fab kind of with hip hop right now. I don't know why, but I will be honest because I've actually had the pleasure of talking to a lot of people who have done hip hop music. Artists including people like I've met producers like Timbaland. I've met all sorts of people who are in the industry, especially hip hop. One of my good friends, Daniel, he works at the Mix Factor, and he's worked on quite a few hip hop with quite a few hip hop artists, including he's worked with Cardi B, and he's also worked with the Baby. Now I know the Baby likes a lot of his kicks and stuff distorted, and that's definitely up for preference. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool that what he's been able to accomplish, but I will say, uh, definitely be careful with your distortion because I feel like instead of having that distorted kick, it should be smoothed out more. Make it more sub based, and then just kind of like bring down the distortion because when it's distorted, usually people make it distort when they are blasting in their car. Like when you're playing in your car, you're driving down the street, and it's already distorted. It's they're not gonna want to crank it up. It almost overthrows the whole track. And sometimes the distortion, if not done correctly, can throw an entire track in the mix. It can really make it very um, muddied sometimes, or it can punch through too much. So careful on the distortion. Okay, so I'm just gonna skip through this a little bit through here. Okay. So So with that build up, that is really cool. Again, smooth things out. You could definitely fix things up by creating small pockets for in the mix for each of those synths. As it builds up to the dun dun dun, its spacing's a little weird. I would go back and fix the spacing between those because I feel like it's too long in some parts, too short at others. It's really hard to kind of go explain, and I do want to get through the rest to listen to this. Now that's cool. That is cool. But I am going to say one thing. So that reverb tail, and it goes just away. It's really noticeable. So it sounds like somebody just turned off the music right away. You want to smooth it out. Even if the song has to be 5 minutes long, smooth it out. You want the song to breathe. You can't just force things to like quiet down. You gotta transition. That plays all parts of transitioning. That's something I even had to learn. Now, okay, I have a question. Have you played Hotline Miami or Katana or any of those kind of games? Oh, the sample. Well, that's a shame on them. That should be smoothed out better. I actually create samples myself. I'm a sample pack creator, Devlin Sound. So that's a fat no-no. That's that is strange. That is strange. Oh man. Not to I hope you don't need to tell me what sound pack production company that was, but I know we break a lot of rules. Yeah. Oh, the impact. Yeah. Even still, that should be verb out better. So again, transitions. I think this could be cool. I would almost suggest here is have it echo out or delay out. Yeah, I mean the impact is what I meant that they should have done better on, but have it like reverb out and then go back into I'm gonna say, and this isn't typical because usually I like my trap music between like 3 to 4 minutes. Usually, I don't like them super long. This is actually would be a trap song. I would not mind being a 6 minute track. I'm just saying, and I think a lot of people would too. So I think if you added and you fixed those transitions, you probably could extend this to 6 minutes, and it could be so. I'm gonna point this out. This has so much potential. I can imagine this getting like thousands of plays, getting huge. This is a really good track. The ideas is amazing. The artwork fits so well. You know, I actually would have a extended mix and then a regular one. Regular mix, like a radio edit. Yeah, send it to me again. You're on our Discord. Look, we are always happy to give feedback. Any of the artists from Devil Den Records we all share feedback and stuff. I know Teo would love to probably give feedback, as Teo actually does a lot of trap music themselves. So I will say, if you wanted to do this, you could end it here with the flute, I feel. So that is a possibility. I am going to be right back. I'm just going to turn off the light above me. So I am going to turn the image back on. I'll turn off the fan. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised as to, like, to give you an idea. I mean, we're not famous either. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're not big yet. If you want some suggestions too, I did post about it in our. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, underneath tips and tricks, and if you go underneath our pinned messages, there's a whole thing here. Um, to help you pitch to record labels, promotional companies, um, different things like that. There are tips here I give as well, that I have given on marketing advice. Like right here, this is a great thing if you want, so you can like actual market to your to each thing. So yeah, like I said, here at Double Den Records, we like to help each other. Yeah, so if you want some tips and stuff, and Repost Exchange is a great website if you want to get some plays. So no problem. And so again with the distortion, that is too distorted. I would definitely not have that distorted. I would bring your kicks down. You can have your kicks going boom, 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 but like definitely bring it down. I kind of want to hear some of your other music. So if you don't mind, care if I take a look at some of your other songs? How can can I send a song? Just comment a link in the in here, and if you want to join our Discord, you definitely can do it that way. Just drop a link here on and I will open it up. Marvin, is that did I pronounce this one right? Look at no destination. Sure thing. And Marvin, if you want to put paste a link to your music, definitely. You know what? Let me do let me let me open up to our. This is our SoundCloud. Cool. I'm gonna repost it for you. No, you actually didn't. See, that's what I'm talking about. That transition right there, that's smooth, that flows. Maybe the trap drums is a little weird. Maybe I would have like something to kind of pick it up a little bit, but that's just personal preference. But that transition's very smooth. That's what I was saying before. So good job on that. So all right, and it looks like Marvin, you said you sent a track. Here it is. I don't see it. Where is it? I don't. Is it not gonna send links? Um, Let me take a listen to that again. Well, no, that's actually not a bad thing because it's actually it's smart to do that. It's very normal to actually have that with music. Can you resend it? I don't know if it went through. I don't see a link. What's the disc? Yes. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. Let me see. Live chat. Oh, no, I'm in live chat. There we go. The Discord. I should just pin this. If it's possible. I don't know. I'm very new to a lot of this, so I do apologize for my. Um, I haven't streamed on here in a real long time. That's the Discord. If you want to join. Oops. That that's the Discord. Or that one. If you want to share it, post in hashtag media links, and I'll take a listen. I'll definitely take a listen to your track. But yeah, Kyle. So yeah, definitely. I mean, again, it comes with practice. So pretty good start. I wanna. So it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff. Even just like diving into this one, just kind of in the middle. Um, but again, it just comes with practice. So Definitely, definitely could do that. Yeah, and another thing too, we sometimes music that I give feedback on here, we will also play on the desk and our podcast series or on our stations. No, no problem. And if you want any feedback in the future, feel free to give me a message. So I'd be more than happy to send that. All right. So lastly, I think we have Marvin. That oh, Angie Carrot. Well, again, I do prefer you guys to post in hashtag media links. Oh, okay. So this is you, Marvin. Cool, cool. Looking for you. Um, so I'm gonna say a couple things. Cool artwork. Cool artwork. It's late here, so I'm gonna go, but I will definitely come here again next time and keep in touch with you. No problem. Uh, oh, you're welcome, Kyle. Happy to give feedback. So I love your artwork. I always kind of like to look at the artwork. That's kind of my one, couple things I always like to look at. There is no hashtags. Uh, don't be afraid to use hashtags. That's gonna help you out a lot, dude. Um, is this a public track? Let me double check to make sure this is public. Yes, it is. So make sure to use hashtags. That's how you get plays. It's very important to use the hashtags. So I think the one thing is with the intro, it kind of just starts. That's not a bad thing. It works with some music. And again, this is more of a personal preference, a personal take kind of thing. But I would maybe have a little more of an intro, just something to kind of lay into it instead of just music and it's like kind of right in your face. Because sometimes it doesn't work that well. I mean, sometimes it does. That's just personal preference. Good guitar though. Is this a sample? Sounds like a sample.
Take me higher off the ground. We're on fire, but I need you now. Take me higher.
So I think the one thing with the guitar, it can get a little repetitive. So you might want to layer it with some other sounds in the intro here. Which for a track like this, which sounds like your typical deep house track almost, which I'm liking by the way, and I'm liking the vocals. I just think that definitely careful with the guitar because it can get really repetitive. And if you can't capture people the first 15 seconds or 30 seconds, that's usually when people will turn off. So definitely watch your guitar. Make sure to either add some variation if it's not a sample, but if it is a sample, maybe layer some other stuff with it. Um, from personal experience, repetition can't always be the greatest thing, but sometimes it works. I think the vocals adds a nice layer, but maybe just change up something. And some things you could do is like add a phase effect, pan the guitar, reverb. Like there's different things you can do with automation and stuff that can also help the guitar to add some sort of variation to keep people engaged. And the average listener, they're not going to necessarily notice. But when you have a guitar that's just going to be playing the same exact notes, which sounds like a four measure loop, over and over and over and over again, it's very noticeable. As I kind of said to Kaio, I actually create sample packs myself. I create presets, sample packs, templates. I do it all, as well as making music. And one of the biggest things is sample packs we do is I've made 4 measure samples. I made 2 measure samples. I made 1 measure. I've done 16 bars. I've done 8 bars. I've actually done 5 and 7 bars, which is very weird. But those are for very specific timing things. But so I would definitely be more cautious about that. So the repetition is good.
off the ground. 'Cause we're on fire with this desire. Don't look down. 'Cause I need you now. You now.
Okay, so mixing, right here.
'Cause I need you now.
I am saying I love those vocals. A little high pitched for my taste personally, but I do really like the vocals. Pretty well mixed. Maybe a little reverb could be nice.
'Cause I need you now.
So the horns could be a little louder there. That wow 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 wow. That could be a little louder. That definitely needs some more presence as the guitar just overtakes it. And it's like, oh, it's something new. And then people will be like, oh, it's something new, but I can't really hear it. And it's like, oh, that kind of stinks. So definitely bring up the mix on that.
'Cause I need you now. 'Cause I need
Nice.
you
Cool. So cool. I see what you're going for. My biggest critique, so the vocals at the beginning are really nice. I need to hit up the boy and see if he'd be willing to, but I want to do a special show and tell of you guys, for you guys of Human Tunes 2, which is Mark Salve's next track. But I think this song here, I feel like the vocals don't fit with the drop. I feel like it takes it away. Like, I feel like you could have it. I feel like it fits almost, but I feel like a little bit of it, just something about it, it's just very off with it. And I would definitely kind of play around a little more with the vocals. I think it could fit. It's just it needs a little bit of work, and nothing crazy, just a little work. I can't really put my finger onto what it is. But good transition out here.
Take me higher, off the ground. We're on fire, but I need you now. Take me higher, off the ground. 'Cause we're on fire with this desire. Don't look down. 'Cause I need you now.
Are you still here, Marvin? Just making sure.
'Cause I need you now.
Yes, keep that. Are you still here, Marvin, by any chance? Okay. So I think just play around with the vocals a little bit. That's it. That's all. Just play around with the vocals there a little bit. I think that's a big thing. And the guitar there sounds great. I just think the guitar is a little repetitive in the beginning. I think your vocals on the drop could be just fixed a little bit. Maybe have a synth play with it, with not just the vocals. And definitely have your snare. have you snare punch through a little more. That's my notes for that. But overall, really good track. Thank you for sharing. Um, if you can get that really mixed well and stuff, I would definitely a song I would love to play on the desk or even on the den, on Xenodef on the den. So that'd be pretty dope to play. Thank you for sharing that. Let's still taking requests if anybody wants to send me music, but I do have to do one thing with the email, so let me in the meantime. Wait, Mark, are you on the stream right now? I will laugh if he's on the live stream. Oh. 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 Oh.
In all of life there is a rhythm.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That is exciting. So this is Mark South's next track. Um, looks like Marvin's no longer with us, it seems, maybe. So let's take a listen to this, though. This is Mark's new track. I can't wait. This is Human Tunes that'll be coming out. Kicking off the September releases. First week.
In all of life there is a rhythm.
I am going to be wrapping up here soon.
In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. Tune.
Oh, oh, you fixed that build. It sounds so good.
All things living.
I think my only thing is I wish there was more variations with drums, like a snare or a clap or something. I think that's my only thing, but pretty good. You guys to hear me critique one of our artists. overall, it sounds really good. Sounds good, Mark. Definitely enjoyed that. Um, yeah. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you all for joining me. It was great doing this. I hope to see you guys in future streams. I'm gonna try and do this monthly, maybe. We will see. But I will see you guys later. If you want to send me your music, you want feedback at all, join our Discord. Link in the description.